With the summer transfer window now just around the corner, it's set to be a very busy and big window ahead for Leicester. Looks like the Foxes could be swooping in for 6 new players this summer, and 3 of them could be straight in the team as first team starters. So join me today, boys and girls, as I go through Leicester's revealed summer transfer plans this summer, as I discuss Leicester's potential signings for the up and coming summer transfer window. So yeah, boys, without further ado, let's get into it, and here we go. Yes, lads, how you all doing? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Now today, boys and girls, we are here for the first summer transfer video, of course, ahead of the summer transfer window. Today, we're going to kick it off by going through Leicester's revealed summer transfer plans for the up and coming window. All the players Leicester could potentially sign, of course, in a few months' time. We can look back on this video and hopefully these plans are true, because some of them are pretty decent. So without further ado, let's quit the waffling, let's get into today's video and let's discuss some transfers. So of course, Brendan Rodgers has been Leicester manager now for over 3 seasons or 3 years or whatever, something like that. It's been a pretty long time for a manager in the modern day. And it looks like this summer is going to be the summer where a big change comes in with the players under Brendan Rodgers going forwards. Obviously, it's fair to say this season has been, you know, very up and down to say the least. I mean, some people, including myself, have of course gone with Rodgers out at some point, but realistically, is Rodgers going to get sacked now? I cannot see it happening. So yeah, I think obviously going into next season, it will be Brendan Rodgers leading the boys ahead for another season in the Premier League. And that is going to lead to a big refresh throughout the squad heading into next season. Brendan Rodgers has called for a healthy shake-up at the King Power Stadium to introduce more hunger and more quality to the team and to get his side challenging at the top once again. That will require a busy transfer window in the summer, and Rodgers has said 5 or 6 new players are needed for a City squad to feel suitably refreshed. So there you go then, boys and girls, 5 or 6 new players then ahead of the summer, well, within the summer transfer window. And that's going to be, I'm going to be a very busy man creating videos, which, you know, is what you want to see, and that of course is going to be good going into next season with 5 or new 6 players getting introduced to the first team squad, more hunger, more quality, and hopefully that can result in Leicester challenging more ahead of next season, and hopefully no more injuries as well. That would be good. And like I said in the intro, some of these players are going to be first team starters. He also said there'll be a focus on bringing in players who'll be regular starters, making the point that 8 of the 11 that suffered the dismal defeat at Nottingham Forest were at the club before Brendan's arrival. Now, of course, we don't want to speak about the game against Forest too much at all. We all know the reason behind that one. But yeah, of course then, 8 out of the 11 players who started that game were already at the club before Brendan arrived, obviously under Puel, Shakespeare, Ranieri, even Pearson at times. So yeah, I think Brendan, you know, this summer wants to bring in his own type of players and really introduce his style of play to the side and get the players in the side through the transfer window, which is going to suit the system which Rodgers wants to go with ahead of an up and coming season for Leicester. And in my opinion, that's a massive positive for Leicester, because, you know, Rodgers is going to get his own players in, his own style of players in, which is going to suit the system. And, you know, if he does get those players in, if we still do bad, you know, he hasn't really got too many excuses. But overall, I think, you know, that's a positive sign. Brendan's going to be allowed to get his own players in to the side and really transform the squad to hit his coaching strategy and how he wants to obviously transform the club going forward. Moving things on then, boys and girls, let's go a bit more in depth and look at the positions which those 5 or 6 players could potentially be. So yeah, Leicester's rebuild according to Santi JFM: a central defender, midfielder, attacking midfielder, right winger, defensive midfielder, and a striker. So we're going to, boys and girls, they are the positions which Leicester will be looking to strengthen this summer. But I've also heard there will be a particular focus on a left-sided centre-back, potentially to line up alongside Wesley Fofana, a box-to-box midfielder, potentially if Tielemans leaves, and as always, a right winger, which Leicester have still failed to replace since Riyad Mahrez left around 5 years ago now. So yeah, that's pretty standard. So yeah, lads, Leicester are jumping into the market this summer. We've got a plan, we've got the master plan, and let's hope, you know, the master plan can be executed this summer by Brendan Rodgers.
It was all part of the master plan, wasn't it?
And just then, I put particular emphasis on Brendan Rodgers, as the main man himself, Fabrizio Romano, is coming in, and he has officially confirmed Lee Congerton leaves Leicester ahead of scouting role and joins Serie A side Atalanta as new managing director of international sports area, #Lcfc. So yeah, in simpler terms, Lee Congerton was Leicester's, main transfer guy, decided all of the transfers really. Of course, he's now gone. He's joined Atalanta. Leicester haven't replaced him just yet, so this could mean Brendan Rodgers is going to have a lot more control over the transfers this summer, and like I said, that is definitely going to help us going forward. And Brendan is going to be fully able to get the players he wants to suit the system going forward. And of course, under ownership of Kuntop, of course, Brendan is going to get pretty much as much money as he wants, really. Obviously not max, but he's going to have a decent amount of money to spend, splash the cash this summer, and try and obviously get us back into the top 4 race next season. So we go then, boys and girls, that is the master plan in action for you guys. The revealed summer transfer plan just then. So yeah, moving things on then, I'm going to quickly discuss some of the potential players Leicester could be signing in the positions and some of the latest links ahead of the summer transfer window. So yeah, boys, let's get into it. So the first player then in discussion, I spoke about him earlier on this year in January, in the January transfer window. He is a young Belgium star currently playing at Club Brugge, and his name is Charles de Ketelaere. Definitely butchered the guy's name then, it's a bit of a long one, so I guess we'll just call him Charles. So yeah, the main man Charles himself, like I said, is currently playing his football at Club Brugge, a very young Belgium international, and looks to be a big prospect going forward. A number of different clubs around Europe are interested in the young Belgium star, and this is probably going to lead to a very high price for the Club Brugge man. So yeah, lads, as we can see here then, some kind of graph type of thing around Charles de Ketelaere. It's quite complicated, but I'll try and explain it for you guys. So as we can see in the bottom right hand corner, key passes out of 90, that's quite high. And overall we can see that this guy is very creative. Pass success rate's pretty good. His dribbling success rate's quite good as well. And overall, he's pretty tall as well. He's winning a lot of aerial battles as well. However, doesn't really take the most of shots, but that's kind of the main data from Charles de Ketelaere there. Overall, a very creative player who's also fairly decent in the air as well. Now, that graph probably made zero sense to you guys. I hope that kind of helps. I still really can't work it out. But overall, all you need to know that the guy is a very creative player who could definitely suit the system for Leicester going forward. And like I said earlier on, of course, Leicester did show some interest in the Belgium star back in January. The main man Santi is back once again. Leicester, as you can see from the bottom bit, Leicester is very interested in Charles de Ketelaere from Club Brugge. Overseen on numerous occasions, the Foxes are expected to make an offer for the Belgian wonder kid for next summer. And obviously next summer, from that tweet, is of course the summer transfer window, according to the next transfer window for Leicester. And so yeah, overall, hopefully signing no players in January is finally going to work out ahead of next season. Fingers crossed. And some more good news then around Charles de Ketelaere. As we can see from here, Leicester City received huge transfer boosts as they work on a concrete deal. So yeah, as of yet, it's looking pretty good. Obviously no reliable sources. Fabrizio is not involved just yet, but from the other sources going around, it's looking pretty decent right now, boys. So yeah, let's have it. And finally then, boys and girls, here's what the main man Charles had to say about his future ahead of the game for Belgium against Ireland. So yeah, ahead of the game against Ireland, the player spoke about his future and a possible move away from Brugge in the summer transfer window. He said a transfer is not necessarily this summer, even though I feel ready for a new adventure. He said, if it is a transfer, can be done, why not? The Premier League is the highest you can go, that intensity too. In England, you become a better player. And Charles, mate, you will become a better player, especially in the Premier League and especially at the mighty Leicester. So yeah, mate, sign the contract, sign a thing. Let's get Charles to the King Power Stadium. And overall, he wants a new adventure, and he said he might not want to leave, but I don't really understand the point behind that, but obviously he's looking for a move pretty much. Yeah, a move to the Premier League, if he's going to go anywhere, it's looking the likeliest for Charles de Ketelaere. So let's hope that Premier League side is the mighty Leicester. Moving things on then, boys and girls, talking about Belgiums, let's talk about Leicester's Belgium, the midfielder one, Youri Tielemans, the star man. So Youri Tielemans, this man is going to have a massive impact on Leicester's summer transfer window, because of course if Youri leaves, it's going to free up a lot of cash where we can reinvest that into some other positions or potential replacement for Tielemans, although of course we've got lots of kidneys before, but that's a separate topic. But if Tielemans stays and signs hopefully a 1-year extension, that could also be massive for Leicester, as of course it would stop us from needing to get another centre midfielder. The latest situation around Tielemans is fairly interesting. Obviously nothing's been done as of yet, and he's still stalling over potential contract extension for Leicester, which of course for us is a good thing. So yeah, the latest update then on the contract situation around Youri Tielemans. But the City man has hinted that he could stay at the King Power beyond this season. Of course, I want to play in the Champions League like any footballer, he added. So yeah, Tielemans hints that he could potentially stay for an extra year. if he was going to leave, and he was definitely going to leave, surely he would have just declined a contract extension and just said, you know, thanks for everything, I'm going to play well to the end of the season and go in the summer. But he's still stalling the contract extension offer, whatever. And of course, he has mentioned just then that he could potentially stay for an extra season. Now, of course, that could be absolutely massive for Leicester next season, because, you know, if Tielemans is clicking, we sign these players, we could really get into a top 4 push. It will be hard, but we could definitely do it. But as always, there is a number of interest from several clubs, even in the Premier League, around the signature of Youri Tielemans, as we can see from here. Also, Man United will battle out for the signature of midfielder Youri Tielemans. It's thought 35 million will be enough to tempt Leicester into selling. Now, that is the main issue. 35 million, obviously, usually wouldn't be that. That would be a load of absolute rubbish. But obviously, with 1 year left on the contract, that's going to plummet the price down. That's the reason why its price will be that low. I don't think it'll be that low if we do sell him, but it's not going to be as much as we could have potentially got last summer. Yeah, lads, that is the latest then on the situation around Youri Tielemans. As always, let me know your thoughts and opinions on the Belgium star in the comment section down below, and also Charles the Ketelaere as well, the other Belgium star. Let me know down below. So wrapping things up then, boys and girls, the final player we'll be discussing today is Italian winger Domenico Berardi. So of course, we're back discussing the main man, Domenico Berardi. Big Don, of course, we discussed him in the summer where he was heavily linked to move to the King Power Stadium then as well. Now, of course, that transfer didn't happen. Obviously, he was involved in the Euros with Italy, which would have definitely impacted the transfer. And Sassuolo, the club he plays for, wasn't really too keen on selling Berardi that late in the window in, of course, late August time to Leicester. However, though, Berardi is definitely going to be an option for Leicester to pursue this summer transfer window, as of course we're still in search of a new right winger. In my opinion, I think we should go ahead and sign, obviously, Ademola Lookman, who's been at Leicester so far this season, on a loan with an option to buy. So for me, we should get that. We should sort that out. But I think we should get Berardi as well. Why not? Because, you know, you can never have enough players. And of course, this season it's shown with the injuries that we had, we need to just improve that squad depth. And, you know, Lookman, Berardi, that would be a dream. And just to back up what I was saying then about Leicester's interest in the summer, of course, from Sky Sports Premier League, Leicester have launched talks with Sassuolo over a sensational move for winger Domenico Berardi in the January transfer window. Of course, once again, the January bit didn't happen. Obviously, Leicester don't sign anyone in January, so hopefully it can be the summer this time, third time lucky. But yeah, boys, that's about it for discussing Domenico Berardi. Obviously, if the interest grows, there'll be a lot more videos discussing the player in a bit more depth. Obviously, you guys will probably know a bit more about Berardi than Charles, so I didn't really go into too much detail. But yeah, let me know your thoughts and opinions on the potential move for Domenico Berardi this summer down below. So then, boys and girls, so then for today's video, of course, in today's video we discussed the latest summer transfer plans for Leicester ahead of the summer transfer window. Of course, going through all the positions, the master plan, what could potentially happen this summer. So yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed today's video. If you have, let me know by dropping a like, subscribe as well to the channel if you guys haven't already. Let me know your thoughts on our plans to players that I've discussed in today's video in the comment section down below. Just let me know what you guys are thinking and what sort of strategy Leicester should go with in the summer transfer window. So hopefully you guys have learned something new in today's video. Hopefully you're all up to date on Leicester's transfer plans for the summer. So yeah, boys, I'm SPORTSA and I'll see you guys very soon in my next video. Peace, guys.